What's up, everybody? Welcome to After the Final Whistle, football talk with Jon and Montel.
This is episode number 14. My name is Montel. We have our co-host John. What's going on with you this week, boss man?
Oh, not much, not much. Just trying to get through the holiday season here. Working retail. Got like one more week, and then things should slow down. Other than that, things are going pretty good. How
Got,
about you?
got your shopping and everything done?
I got to get like one more gift, but other than that, yeah, all my shopping's done. How about you?
Man, I'm good. I mean, I've got all my stuff hidden away from the kiddos. I do all my shopping on the internet. I don't ever really bother going to the store if I don't have to. So it's good to have Amazon and like Target deliver stuff for you. So
I understand that.
I guess we'll go ahead and we'll get started, man. What you got for injuries for this week?
Uh, Injuries for this week. I know they're not injuries, but there's been a lot of COVID cases, so a lot of
Dear God, yes.
shuffling of games and stuff. So some of the people that are out may be playing, so kind of keep that in mind. I guess since they'll have a couple more days to get over their injuries. But starting off, like Darren Waller was rolled out for the game on Saturday, but I don't think they play Monday night now. So
Yeah, it's a double header with the Vikings and Bears.
so there's a chance he might get over that. I hope so, so he can like go back into my lineup in fantasy. Definitely need him.
Yeah, it's playoff time, man.
It is, but at the same time, got to take care of yourself first before you worry about a fantasy game. Um, Javonte Williams is questionable with a knee injury. He was limited in practice today. Same with Tony Pollard. Um, they're on track to play, it seems like. Um, DeAndre Swift has been rolled out. Trying to think here. There's been a few others. Tyler Lockett was rolled out for illness, but it seems like it was another COVID case. So Lamar Jackson is trending towards not playing in the game.
Ankle,
I don't.
right?
Yeah, ankle.
Or did he get COVID for like the fifth time?
No, no, it's an injury. He got knocked out like after throwing for like 17 yards last week.
Like selfishly, and I don't like seeing people get hurt, but that really helped me in my playoff matchup last week. So hope he
I
gets better.
noticed.
But
Same. Daryl Henderson is out with COVID. It's just not so much in the injury department as more teams getting like 90, what feels like 90% of their offensive defensive side of the ball with COVID. Because I know like the Raiders were loading up on the bus today and some of the players were told to stay back. So we'll see. Like I said, not a ton of injuries, just a lot of COVID cases, and the injuries are ones that have been mentioned in the past. So,
right, I know the Browns. I think they have 11 of their 22 starters on like the COVID reserve list. And they're also down their quarterback one and two. And
yeah,
their practice squad quarterback has to start. So it's gonna be a might be an ugly week in football this week.
yeah. So just keep that in mind going into your fantasy playoff weeks if you are in the fantasy playoffs. Just be prepared for some low
Fuckery.
and ugly scoring games. What about you? What do you have on the news front, sir?
Well, I'm pretty sure one of us called this a few weeks ago. Urban Meyer has been relieved of his duties as the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. Daryl Bevel is going to step in as the interim head coach. He's been an OC for a couple different stops. This I found pretty interesting. But does the name Bobby Petrino ring a bell to you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Bobby Petrino was that coach for the Falcons that pretty much quit in the middle of the season to go take a college head coaching job. He went to go coach at Arkansas. Urban Meyer is the first head coach since 2007 to not finish his first year, and that the other guy was Bobby Petrino, who wasn't fired. Dude just upped and left. Um, you might hear me joke about Mike Zimmer being a gutless coward. That's a dig at him because he was on Bobby Petrino's staff at the time, and I'll PGify it a little bit, but he called him a gutless coward with some other words. So, um, it all comes full circle.
Yes, it does. My question is, why did it take the Jaguars as long as it did?
Man, my only guess for the longest was Urban Meyer had to have some dirt on somebody if he's able to keep a job that long. But all jokes aside, I don't know, man. They Daryl Bevel, he's a respected offensive coordinator in the league, so he could have taken the reins probably the week after Meyer was at the club dancing with that girl. It's like too much of a media circus and not enough wins.
Right. I mean, I know you and I take digs at the Lions because A, they're in our division, and B, they've been so bad for so long. But like the Lions have been, I'll say, competitive in the games for the most part. I mean, just with the talent they have on that roster right now.
Not
The
much, and they're
Jaguars,
making the most of it.
yeah, the Jaguars. I mean, you have the number one overall pick, you have a stud running back, you have a wide receiver one and Marvin Jones, and you know, Chenault. You got like a playmaker,
Oh, line's decent
and
too.
you get worse each week if that's possible.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I really I think they actually play this week. The Rams and the not Rams, the Lions and the Jaguars. Let me check. Let's see. I'll just scroll by it. Oh no, Lions and the Cardinals this week. But I think they play at some point this season, hopefully.
Oh, speaking of, I kind of forgot in the injury news. Hopkins is out, like rest of season. He had knee surgery
And then he on the COVID
today.
list too now.
I don't know, but he has knee surgery today to 2 to 4 months recovery time. So maybe playoffs, but that's pushing it.
Yeah, we're talking if you make the Super Bowl, he could probably play it with the very early 2 months. But depending on how bad that knee is, knees are no joke. Can't run without your knee, and he's a receiver. So
Yeah. So I mean, I wish him the best. I mean, he's had an up and down season, more down than up, but he's been trying to play through. It seems like this injury or a hamstring all year long.
yeah, I remember one of our episodes was called "Bless the Hammies" because he was one of those people that was on that hammies list. I'm pretty sure towards the beginning of the season. So
Yeah.
I guess next, John kind of touched on it earlier. Not COVID surge across the league. So the Browns, Rams, and the Washington football team are seeming to be the most effective. There's some players like speaking out on Twitter. I'll just read some of the quotes here. Baker Mayfield, direct quote here: "Make up your damn mind on protocols. Showing up and making only 3 teams test. Also, you can keep the game as scheduled to make money. And then he went on to say, another safety from the Eagles, Rodney McLeod. So we have to suffer and compromise our schedule because of another team's mistakes. Make it make sense. Shaking my head. KJ Wright of the Raiders, linebacker. I pay my players dues just to be lied to and the rules bent. NFL, NFLPA, he tagged them, at NFL, NFLPA. If it was the other way around, I swear we will be playing tomorrow. So, seems to be a lot of, discontent among some of the players having had these games rescheduled because they're going to pretty much have a game this week and next week. So, 8 out of 10 days, out of the next 10 days, there will be an NFL game. And the Raiders and Browns was like the last official game I saw get rescheduled as of 119 on December 18th. There may be more, but I've been doing research since yesterday, so I haven't updated it. Let's see here. We got so there was a pretty scary injury on Thursday Night Football. Donald Parham Jr. Was hospitalized after a scary fall. He actually didn't get hit. He was trying to catch the ball, and he kind of laid out for it, and his head smacked the turf. He showed some extreme brain trauma. He was posturing pretty bad. If you don't know what posturing is, it's when you hit your head so hard, your body kind of activates like a fight or flight reflex, and you tense up, and you kind of start like a boxing posture. So that's usually signifies some pretty significant brain trauma. But as of now, he's only been diagnosed with a concussion, and he was scheduled to be released from the hospital yesterday. So scary stuff, but I'd be more concerned if it was like as a result of a hit. But yes, head kind of just bounced off the turf like a short pass, So hopefully nothing more comes of it. I definitely, as like a player, wouldn't want my coach letting me go back in at this point in the season. He probably needs to sit out and get some neuro tests done.
Yeah, yeah. You can't mess around with the brain.
No,
I'm glad it's not anything worse. I didn't see it, but I did hear about it. So
it was bad,
um,
man.
I'm thankful that he's fine and well, fine using it loosely, but
Right, out of the hospital is good, but he ain't out of the woods.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Uh, it so many times it's like you expect it to be like some kind of like vicious hit, but you always got to protect yourself. I mean, I don't know what else to say. As like a former player, you always have to protect yourself. So moving on here, let's talk about we're in playoff time in fantasy, at least in our leagues. How'd you do last week?
Well, I had first round bye in the main money league. So this week I go up against a guy in our division. I get to go up against Tyler. 1-1 against him. Should be 2-0, but not
Your arch
going there.
nemesis.
Um,
Wait, are we through the four? Our division has through the four like last four playoff slots. That's pretty unique.
yes, we do. And then in the Just for Fun League, I did just squeak out a win like 104 to 101, something like that. So hopefully I can pull out a win in the Money League this week because there's a slight chance next week. Different tone in the podcast here.
I knew that shit was coming. I knew that was coming. All right, so I guess I'll talk about my exploits here. So I'm in like the Little Caesars like gutter slash toilet bowl in our free league. I lost 113 to 116, so I'm pretty sure that puts me I think in like sixth place or something like that. So I'll draft sixth overall next year. My, still on my tear here in the money league. I beat a guy 180 to 125. As of right now, let's see, what December 18th at 123. Down 19 to 0, but that's pretty common if someone has like players on a Thursday night game. So, um, John and I have split the series, our series this year, and I'd enjoy playing him again to see if we can get all the marbles this time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll do my best to make sure I win, and we'll see. Yeah, that's all I can say, man. We'll see.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying here, but I got to go up against Dalvin Cook and Kyler Murray and a few other studs, and I'm like, hopefully, I can pull out the dub. Um, I know we've been talking throughout the week about who should I play. I put in Rashad Penny in the one open spot on my roster.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, so I'll talk a little bit about like Dalvin. He typically doesn't have like great games against Chicago. So if I had to guess, man, I'd say he probably scores around 15, 16 points instead of like the 20 or 21 he's probably projected to score. So that ought to help. Uh Excuse me, Michael Gallup's wide receiver 3 in Dallas. So unless like CD or Amari Cooper get hurt, you don't have much to worry about with him. All in all, looks pretty winnable for you.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's like a fairly even split projected wise, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, and like you said, man, we'll change our tone next week because what is it for $270 if we meet in the last round of the playoff because one guy didn't pay?
Yeah, it's a good amount of money. And it would be the first time you and I play against each other for it all.
Yeah,
So
in the
we'll see what
playoff.
happens.
I'm looking forward to it. So I guess moving on, we'll go over some of our predictions from last week. So John, let's see. Last week you were 1-1. Packers were on the bye, so you were short a game. But like we said earlier, it'll all add back up once we get closer. So let's see. Prediction number 1. You said the Ravens would beat the Browns 24-21. They lost 22-24. You said the Raiders would lose to the Chiefs 14-27. Yeah, they lost pretty bad, 9-48. Chiefs is what the final score was. You said the Packers would beat the Bears 28-10, and we kind of laughed that they got 10 points in the prediction. End up scoring 30, but they lose 45-30. So this week looks like you're 2-1 for an overall of 24-12. So overall, sitting at 17-20, was 0-3 last week, 1-2 this week. I said Dallas would beat the Washington football team 31-17. They won 27-20. I said the 49ers would lose to the Bengals 21-34. The 49ers actually won 26-23, and I will give John credit. He said it could go either way. So let's see here. Predicted the Rams would lose to the Cardinals 31-34. The Rams squeaked out a win 30-23. So I'm sitting at 1-2, 17-20 overall. So, it is what it is.
It is. The fact that I was like that close on the Ravens Browns game, even though I got the who won, who lost wrong, I'm impressed with myself.
It's a weird score. I saw that. I was like, how do you score 22? But that's an NFC North thing. Yeah, they get all kind of weird scores all the time.
Yep.
Let's see. So next we got predictions for next week. We'll see, man. Some of these might get rescheduled, but we'll still tally them whenever the scores actually come out. So,
Right.
You've got Cowboys at Giants, Titans at Steelers, and Packers at Ravens.
So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys over the Giants. I can see that score being like,
Ugly.
yeah, like one-sided, ugly. But I'll give the Giants some credit. I'll say it's going to be 33-17.
33. All right, got it.
Titans at Steelers.
Playoff
I mean,
matchup potentially.
it is. It is. I'm gonna go Steelers win. 24-20.
Gotcha. All right.
Then
This could be a Super Bowl matchup, honestly.
it could be, but I don't see the Ravens being too much of a handle right now, too big of an issue, because if Lamar doesn't play, then you have the backup in, who, I mean, has been solid. I mean, give him
It's
credit.
Hundley, isn't it?
I thought it was
Who's the
someone
backup?
else.
Oh,
It was
I
someone
couldn't
else.
tell you. I know most of the starters, so I couldn't tell you who it was for the Ravens. Let me look. Let's see. Go ahead. I'll look around. Let me find.
So Tyler Huntley is the
Oh,
backup.
so not Brett Hundley. Okay, I knew it was something Hundley.
So I'm gonna say Packers over Ravens. I still feel like the Packers have something to prove. It's the 35-17.
Against the Ravens. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Probably less, honestly, if Lamar ain't gonna play. So I've got Patriots at Colts, Bengals at Broncos, and Vikings at Bears. So the league has they gave Emperor Palpatine freaking Tom Brady light, and they're sitting at I think like 9-4. I'm gonna say New England probably wins this one 31-27.
I can
Bengals
see
at
that.
Bron. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I really wish one of the other like 11 teams would have drafted.
But I'm over here thinking, so Bill Belichick likes to take away the number one option. So you take away Pittman Jr., or you take away Jonathan Taylor.
I'm gonna be like really honest here. They probably put their best corner on Pittman. I think his name's J.C. Jackson, and they probably just put like 8 or 9 in the box and challenge Carson Wentz to win, throwing to somebody else. There's nobody else to really throw to. So
Right. That's why I dropped Wentz in fantasy for Jimmy Garoppolo playing against the Falcons.
yeah, Falcons they're trash. They're somehow 6-7 though. So
Yeah, I don't
don't
get
know.
that part.
There's like I'll talk about that later. But Bengals at Broncos. God, I picked the Bengals and they always screw me. I'm gonna say the Broncos have a slightly better defense, so I'm gonna say 21-24 Broncos. Teddy Two Gloves.
That's fine as long as Joe Mixon gets at least 2 touchdowns. And Chase can get the other one.
Yes. I was gonna say don't be greedy.
That's why I only
Let's
took
see.
2.
I know. I mean, like, I need like 60 yards and a TD. Get 12, 13 points. Actually, more if he gets like 5 catches. It'll be 20 points. So,
Right.
yeah. And then my last game, which would probably be the death of me, Vikings at Bears. I'm gonna say it. Justin Fields is ass right now. I mean, he'll probably be better in 2 years, but right now he's pretty bad. So
Yeah, but right now the Vikings are like the number one defense to play your quarterback against.
yeah, I'm not surprised because we can't keep a lead. So it'll probably be closer than it should be.
Go
We
with your
did lose
gut,
to the
not your
Lions.
heart.
Yeah, we did lose to the Lions. Uh, gut and heart both say Vikings because the Bears kind of suck. If Akeem Hicks plays, the Vikings probably lose this game. But I'll go 31 to 17. Viking.
I can see that, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. I'm gonna say that Bears are going to win.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be close because every single game this year they played in has been close. And they have this weird thing where they only want to play up or down to whoever they're playing that week. So
And not only that, they only do it for like
two
half of
quarters.
half the game. So if they could put a full game together,
Yeah,
it'd be
they
impressive.
should have put up 50 on the Steelers, but whatever. It is what it is. That's part of the reason they're part of that stupid like 6-7 logjam in the freaking NFC. They honestly should probably be. Let me look at this real quick. They should probably realistically be like 9-4 if they beat the freaking Bengals. If they beat the freaking Cardinals, they beat the number 2 seed, which is the freaking Packers. So I don't understand. Like they're 6-7, and you know what their point for? Like point four when against is?
No, I don't.
Points for is 344. Points against is 333. They're plus 11, and they somehow have their one game below 500. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just. Oh God. Meanwhile, you got the Atlanta Falcons. They're negative 108 and have the same record. Explain.
Falcons don't give up. They fight throughout the game.
I guess, but they're
That,
down.
that, that's the
They've
only
given up
explanation.
108 more points than they've scored, and they're somehow 6-7. It makes. I'm just leave it alone. It's okay. I'll
So
talk
I'm
about it
looking
next
at
week.
the rest of schedule for the Packers after this week. So we have the Browns on Christmas. I can see us winning that. Then we have the Vikings and then the Lions.
Are y'all playing this at home, or we coming to y'all?
Y'all are coming to us.
We'll probably drop that game. But we play the Bear. I know we got the Bears twice, so that's either gonna be a split or we lose both. There's like no in between there. So let's see
I
who's
think it's like the
next.
Bears and then someone else and then Bears again. No,
Oh
yeah,
God, we have the
yeah.
Rams. We got the Rams on the day after Christmas. We've got the Packers on prime time. Yeah, we're gonna lose that game because it's prime time. And then our last game is against the Bears. So I could see us like going 2-2 in that stretch. So we'll be eight and
Beating the Bears in the
nine.
teeth.
Yeah, beating the Bears twice and dropping one of the Rams and the Packers. So we can make the playoffs as the 7th seed and I don't know, make some noise, I guess. No,
We
I'm
can
not
help.
very optimistic. You can tell by the exasperated sigh, I'm not very optimistic about that. So
Oh, I see. I can tell.
yeah, we have to probably go 4-0, and we could probably become I think maybe the 2 seed. I don't know. So if we beat the 2 seed, I don't know how the tiebreaker works. If we beat Green Bay twice, We would win the division, you know what I mean? But Green Bay would have the better record. So who
Yeah, and
knows?
I think right now Green Bay's the number one seed.
Are they? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cardinals, because the
So
Cardinals
the
lost
Cardinals
last week, didn't
lost
they?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
I got you. Actually, I can look. Hold on. Let's see. Playoff picture. So in the NFC, yep, Packers won. Oh, the Bucks are actually 2. Cardinals are 3. Cowboys 4. So those are your division winners. Rams are 5. Niners are 6. And Washington is 7. Vikings are 8. Eagles 9. Falcons 10. So they're still like technically in the hunt. So are the Saints.
I'm going to jinx the Packers here. On the season, they are 6-0 at home.
Huh. Well, you usually have to drop at least one, so they've only got 2 more to play. So yeah, I don't know. I know we can beat the Packers, but I mean that shouldn't mean we will. You know what I mean? So
I know. I mean, you guys just did that like a month ago, so
yeah, it was ugly. Like every, I'm over. I'm not talking about this team anymore. I got some trivia for you.
okay.
So all of my trivia is going to be stat based. Okay.
Okay.
First one I have for you is, can you name 3 of the top 5 rush yard leaders?
Rush yard leaders, 3 of the
Mm-hmm.
top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Jonathan Taylor.
Yep, he's 1.
Just throwing it out there because it'd be very strange if it is Derrick Henry.
Yep, he's number 4.
Dude hasn't played in how many weeks?
I think like 6, and he had 10 touchdowns before he got hurt at 219 carries.
Right. Dalvin Cook.
Yep, he is 3.
So I got.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
that's it.
number 2. Just for shits and giggles, number 2, Leonard Fournette.
He is like, let's see, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's number 11.
11. Okay. Who's number 2?
Joe Mixon.
Ah. Okay.
And then 5 is Nick Chubb. And the weird thing about Nick Chubb is he has 167 carries and has 926 rushing yards. Let's see. Henry had 219, who's 4. Dalvin had 198. Joe Mixon has 245, and Jonathan Taylor has 241. So he's got like a stupid high like average yards per carry. I think
Well,
he's
I
missed
mean,
like what, 2 games?
at least, yeah. But I mean, that offense kind of revolves around Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb and Baker not being a complete frittata with a broken arm.
True.
All right, this one it should be pretty easy. I think you can get this one too. Can you name 3 of the top 5 passing leaders?
3 of the top 5 passing leaders in
Mm-hmm.
yardage.
Yeah, total yardage. Yes, sir.
Total yardage. Tom Brady.
Yep, he's number 1.
Justin Herbert.
Number 2.
Matt Stafford.
Number 5. Yep, that's good.
Because I don't
You
think
want to
Aaron
know?
Rodgers is in the top 5. I know he's in the top 10, but I don't think he's in the top 5.
Yeah, he's exactly number 10.
Yeah. Who's 3 and 4?
Mahomes and Derek Carr.
Excuse me. Carr is in the top 5.
Yeah, he's number 4. He has 3,926 yards.
Okay.
on like 50. I'll round here on about 50 less throws than the top three. Mahomes has 4,052. Herbert has 4,058, and Brady has 4,134. So if the Raiders actually had people for him to throw to, he'd probably be better.
Right. Get him a legit stud wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm not poking fun at all, but he had one. He just got into legal trouble. So, oh boy, I'm just gonna shake my head. The last one
Same.
I have for you, kind of weird, not weird, but pretty interesting. So T.J. Watt has 16 sacks. Myles Garrett has 15. Who is tied for third and fourth? There are a total of 4 players. So third and
We're
fourth have 14, and well, 3 and 3 have 14, and then 4 and 4 have 12 and a half.
Jeez. Um, Aaron Donald.
No, he has 10.
Damn.
I'll give you a hint. One of them plays in the NFC North.
NFC North.
Hmm.
It's not Kenny Clark, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good guess though.
Yeah. Um, Jeez.
Plays for the Chicago Bears.
Um,
Not Khalil Mack.
right. What's the other linebacker's name? I can't think of it.
I'll give it to you. Robert Quinn. You said he's a linebacker. I'll give that one to you.
Yeah.
The other one plays for San Francisco.
Um, Bosa.
Yes, sir. I think so. The first guy with 12 and a half, he plays for, I think, the Patriots.
I have no idea who is on the Patriots outside of Mac Jones.
Matt
J.C.
Judon.
Jackson.
No, he's a corner. He's a corner.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, you never know that slot blitz. And then the last one plays for the Bengals. He played for the Saints last year.
Bengals. I'm drawing a blank on who plays on defense for the Bengals.
Trey Hendrickson.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, I didn't know this earlier, but Micah Parsons has 12. Good rookie season.
I'm just gonna say if he does not win Defensive Rookie of the Year,
Oh shit! Shit's
it'll
rigged, bro.
be it's gonna be disappointment because in my opinion he should win it.
Yeah, shit's definitely rigged if he doesn't.
All right. So you ready for your question, sir?
Cautiously optimistic, yes.
So who has the most receptions in a single game?
This year?
In 2009, like overall. So I'll give you the year 2009 is the year.
2000. Did they play for the Colts?
They do not. They play for the Broncos.
Ha! Stokely.
No.
No?
Brandon Marshall.
Really? I never pictured
Yes.
him as a big target guy. You know what I mean? I pictured him as like a big touchdown guy. How many do you have? You said how many was it? 14?
He had 28 targets.
Excuse me,
He
what?
caught. He had 28 targets. He caught 21 of them.
Jesus Christ. There's some
For
quarterbacks who don't throw 21 passes in a game. Was Jay
um,
Cutler the quarterback?
no, I was about to say who was the quarterback?
It was either Jay Cutler or Kyle Orton.
It was Kyle Orton.
Okay. I was gonna say,
He
I remember they got traded for each other pretty much.
he threw for 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Marshall caught 21 receptions off of 28 targets for 200 yards and the 2 touchdowns.
So you're telling me the other possible like 6 receivers on that team accounted for 76 yards outside of Brandon Marshall?
Correct.
That's okay. That is like that's like some Bears level fuckery right there. That's pretty awful.
Also, another fun fact on this, Brandon Marshall owns 2 of the top 3 in receptions in a game.
Is the other one 19?
18.
18? Okay. I know he had some big. Was it in Denver as well, or is he in Chicago
It,
or Miami?
it was in Denver the year before.
Interesting. I remember Brandon Marshall playing. You know, he's one of the better receivers, but he was like 6'3", and you know what I mean. It's like 21 receptions in a game is what you'd expect from like a slot receiver, not like somebody playing the X. That's interesting.
I mean, 18 receptions. I mean, you wouldn't expect that either.
No, my stat line, you know, ideal is like 6 or 7 receptions on like 12 targets for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? That's what I would expect. He should have probably scored more than 2 touchdowns, but
Yeah. So Brandon Marshall owns number 1 and number 3. Terrell Owens owns the second with 20 receptions.
Was he with the Cowboys?
San Francisco.
I forget he even played for San Francisco. That's a nutcase. Yeah, I would have never guessed Brandon Marshall. You know what my next guess was going to be?
No.
I was going to say Marvin Harrison or Reggie Wayne. Because Peyton just, you know, down to that, you know, 3 sacks bang. Yeah, so, good. Good. You got any more for me?
Who has the most rushing touchdowns by a running back this season?
This season?
This season.
God damn it! I just looked at this when I was doing yours. I think it's Jonathan Taylor. He has like 15 or 16.
No. James Conner has the most rushing touchdowns by a running back this season with 11.
Interesting. Well, I mean,
So Jonathan Taylor has the most touchdowns, but the most touchdowns by a receiver or by a running back.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Even though now something else is telling me that it's Jonathan Taylor with 16. So who knows? Who knows?
It's okay. We'll have to. I listened to a podcast and like we'll have to consult the the congregation on this one. So I don't know about you, man, but that's pretty much all I've got. You got anything else?
No. That's pretty much it. So if you guys are in the fantasy playoffs, wish you all the best of luck. Those that aren't, better luck next year.
What's up?
It's just one of those things where, we do what we can, but sometimes injuries and illness just get in the way of our best laid plans.
Absolutely screwed. Yeah. Well, that's all we got this week, guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Like we've got our email after the final whistle podcast at gmail.com. You can also leave us a voice message by clicking the link in the show notes. We can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, and Pocket Cast. There are some other platforms out there that are a little less renowned, and if you want us on another one, just let us know. Other than that, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.
Until next week, everybody, take care.
We'll be right back with a quick message from one of our sponsors. I get asked quite a bit how John and I went about spinning up a podcast so quick. We use an application or a platform called Anchor. It has the tools that allow you to upload and record your podcast right from your phone or your computer. I've done both, and they're really quick and simple to use. When hosting a podcast on Anchor, you can distribute it quickly on various platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, and Pocket Cast. It has everything you need all in one place, and best of all, it's completely free. Download the Anchor app from your Play Store or your Apple Store, or go to anchor.fm to get started today.